Welcome back to the channel, and guys, calm down. You're all going to get a little bit of the spotlight this time. Why? Because as we march on closer to this, we're going to do the combined video for the Combiner Wars Titan Class Devastator. Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. This is Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. Check me out on social media, links below. Check out Machinery of Man. Check out the Everything Factor. Let's move this out of the way for now. We will get to it because it is going to be the next part, but we need all the room that we can possibly get to start dealing with this mess. Let's move these guys out of the way. Let's move this guy out of the way. Let's begin with the easiest part. And boom, the gun is combined. There is Devastator's gun, ready to go. And we'll lay that off to the side for now. We'll also combine, though some people like to do this separately, I don't, I like it all in one piece. We will combine the chest piece. Boom, that will eventually be Devastator's chest. And now we need to start putting Devastator himself together. Let's begin with the legs and the torso. Challenging. Oh, so challenging. And I have the legs on the wrong side. Both of these legs will go in the exact same way. There is a peg here, and these fold in. I would fold them back as far as you can, out of the way for now. On long haul, we need to do one other thing that has not yet been done. He's pretty much in mode ready to go, except we haven't yet opened up the leg sections. And the leg sections need to open up in order to access where everything goes in. And the truth is, I find that it can be a little tricky sometimes to get these leg sections to open right. At least they can for me. And maybe I just have a butterfingers like that. Who knows? Possibly. Maybe I'm holding on to all of the wrong section. Although I shouldn't be. There you go. There you go. Sorry, that was off camera. You take it and you flip this section out. And you come over on this side, and you put your nail in there, and you take it and you flip this section out. There you go. And you will be able to see a slot here and a slot here. That's where the legs will peg in, and then there are two slots up here and two up here. That's where those foot pieces will flip up into. So if we take our old buddy Mixmaster here, and we get him down and underneath. Let's see if I can get this to go in. Boom. In. And we push that in, and we push this piece in. We should be able to push this piece in. Just like that, and everything locks, and we have one leg done. Next leg. We take this peg again. It needs to go in this hole here. So that's what we'll do. Or that's what we will try to do. And we attempt to slot that in. And we'll bring up his foot, and we'll bring up his foot, and they lock in. And now we have the legs and upper torso done, and of course you can't even see the upper torso right now because of the camera. That's how big this guy is. So let's try and adjust the camera to see if if we can get a nice view of this guy. And there we go. You'll notice that he still doesn't quite look right. There's a reason for that. He looks kinda backwards. You unpeg this section and you turn at the waist. You can bring it back down if you want to. Of course, you can peg it back in. No problem. Now comes the trickiest part of this transformation, or this combination. And it is going to be trying to put in this guy. Because he goes in at so many points, I find that the biggest trick is to line this section up and these two sections. You can do the two holes after the fact, really. So we will attempt to line that up. We'll bring it down. Now, if you're smart, you can go in underneath here. I might have to do this down this way. There's a post right here that will go up into a hole in the body. Or it's supposed to. I find mine really tight for doing it, to be honest with you. And I know I'm doing this off camera, but it's just because he doesn't like to go into that peg hole there. And on the other side, you're going to try and put this up in a hole on the foot of hook. I need to be able to see it because it is kind of delicate work, to be honest with you. And when you have everything pegged in, and the head down, he should look like that. And he is coming together. He is absolutely mammoth. If you look at him height-wise, you know, here's our go-to of Voyager class Blitzwing, and even in comparison to Leader class Ultra Magnus, who is not a small figure by any stretch of the imagination. And we can take these pieces over. Next we need to deal with the arms. The arms. There's a black peg here. There's a hole right here. We're going to put that in. Once it's in, there's a purple peg on the side of Long Haul's hand. That will peg into this hole here. And together, they should secure the arms into place. Just like that. And just like that. This is still free. We'll deal with that in a little bit. That's one arm on. Same thing on this side. We have a hole here. We have a purple hole in here. The purple hole will peg onto Long Haul's hand. This black section here will peg into the arm itself. Just like that. Whoa, Devastator. Whoa, buddy. And we come down here and we find that hole and we peg it on. Just like that. And there we have him combined. Like I said, the hook section, definitely the hardest part. The arms, the legs, no problem. Chest piece. The chest piece I like to put on as all one piece. There are two pegs here. There's a post here. There's a post here. There's two more pegs here. I suggest starting it off on one side in these two holes on the track and taking it along the chest. So we will do just that. We will start it off over here. getting it into those 2 peg holes. Push it in the center where it will be able to lock in. And then we come over on the far side and we're going to try to lock it into the last 2 peg holes. And if you'll excuse me, I want to take this closer for me to see it. You got to get in a couple of odd positions to peg some of these parts in. That much I will admit. And boom, he is pegged in all the way across. All the way across. He is pegged in, and he looks, you know, he looks fantastic. What can I say? It is Devastator. Does he hold his gun? You know, yeah, he holds his gun. Not super tight, but he holds it. So, let's give him a grade. Transformation. You know what? When he's together, the guy is solid. The guy is really solid. So transformation, I'm going to give an 8 to. I'm teetering on a 7 or an 8 because of how hard it is to get hook into the lower body. But I'm going to give it an 8 and be generous because I like him. Paint apps, I'm giving a 10 to. That's Devastator. I know there's a lot of wonderful third-party figures, and I know they range everywhere from masterpiece right down to legend size, and each of them have strengths and weaknesses of how they look. But when I think of the G1 animation model, and I think of Devastator, I think of this guy right here. Posability, playability. Well, he's big and he's difficult to play with because of that. But it's the nature of the beast. The head swivels back and forth. The shoulders will go right around, and yeah, you see his elbow there. He does have an elbow. It's weak. He does have a swivel. The weak elbow can't. I mean, it can't. You know, I will destroy you, Autobots, and that's, you know, disappointing. He does have a waist swivel. We talked about that when we did Long Haul's video. Nice clicky waist swivel too. Other arm has all the exact same articulation. The guy has, you know, knees. He has great knees, actually. You know, deep knees. There's this other weird, it's Long Haul's knee. Some use it as a hip joint. He can kick out that far with it, even though the actual hip joint is Long Haul's hip joint. You know, if you wanted to get more of a range, I guess you could do that and kind of break the sculpt a little bit, but he can pretty much get in any pose that you'd want to get a guy this big into. I don't see any problem with that. Does he stand? Well, yeah, he stands great. So posability, playability, because he holds together and he's solid, because he does have so much movement. Oh, and I forgot to mention that, put that up, there is a thigh swivel as well. Honestly, this guy, posability, playability, for the size that he is, also gets an 8. Overall, this Devastator is an 8. The Combiner Wars Devastator is an 8. Is he perfect? No. But for a huge, imposing, affordable Devastator, hey, he's going to do the trick. Here's the real question, though. What sort of an effect will this thing have? Well, that's what we're going to get into next as we conclude with the last part of the Devastator series. Take care for now, and I will see you next time inside the video.